Half a step back. All right, cool. What's up to my Immortal Riders? It's your boy, Trent, better known as Alex Kane, also known as Uncut. Either way you want to put it, I am what I am, and what I'm not, I would never try to be. Today, we're going to be sitting here with Mr. Shawn Marriner, the owner, founder of Marriner's Paint and Body here in Camp Hill, Alabama?
Yes.
Camp Hill, Alabama. I was doing some work on the job that pays the other day, and I ran across a guy, and I cracked a joke about this pickup truck that he got. But come to find out, man, he had a whole paint booth. He got cars he paint, and I was in absolute amazement. And we set up a date for us to come back and make contact. So here we is today. And I give y'all Mr. Shawn Marriner. I thank you for your time, sir.
Not a problem. I'm glad to have you here.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Shawn, he welcomed me with open arms. The first time coming down, he welcomed me with open arms. And the second time around, he welcomed me with open arms. So we have no other choice on Immortal Riders and Garage Gossip but to welcome him with open arms. So we're going to do that. And I don't know if you paid attention to the channel or whatever, but with Garage Gossip, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. It's kind of set up on the game show style.
Okay.
First, we'll do Get Your Motor Running. Get Your Motor Running is pretty much just talking about your first inspiration of cars, your fondest memories, what got you into cars, any type of work that you may do with cars, how did you get into your trade, your craft of cars. It is very fun. This is real light. Nothing complicated. But to start it off, we'll say, how did you get into cars?
Being a young kid growing up in North Carolina, a little small town, there was basically nothing to do around there. Really wasn't. It was a large farming community is all it was. And I came across the movie American Graffiti. And I fell in love with the coupe in that movie. And I started investigating different cars and looking at different cars and everything. And just evolved, following, what kind of car do I want to get? What kind of car, this and that and the other. Didn't have much money as a little kid. But I cut grass until I bought a 69 Dodge Polara 4-door with a 383. My first car. Drove it till I just wouldn't drive no more. And a buddy of mine had a 68 Mustang that he sold me on payments. And I loved that car. I drove it and drove it and drove it for like about 4 years out of high school. And unfortunately, I ended up flipping that car and destroying it.
Oh, man, it sucks.
And I went into the Navy, did my time in the service, come out and bought a 1979 Camaro Z28. That was a fun car. I really enjoyed that car. And after I got out of the Navy, I got into doing body work with a guy because I wanted to learn how to paint and everything because I loved the cars so much. And he taught me some stuff, and another guy taught me a bunch of stuff. And eventually I got a job in a body shop and started learning, doing prep work, and just worked my way up.
Gotcha.
I ended up moving to Florida and worked at a place called American La France, building ambulances. And they would build the square box that goes on the back of the ambulance roll it around to us, and we'd do all the body work on it and prime it, send it to the paint shop. They'd paint it and do their thing. That's where I learned to do most of my body work.
Right.
And it's just evolved from there. I've learned how to paint way before that. So
you went in with experience. You went into the job with experience.
Yeah, I went in, learned. I learned as much as I could on the outside, and then got me a job. And
so you have no school training?
No, all on the job.
That's awesome.
OJT, every bit of it.
Gotcha.
Everything I do.
That's gotcha. That's about like me, man. I'm not a professional by a long shot. I never claimed to be, but like with my cars and stuff, I don't mind getting out there and I do it. I had a 1985 SS Monte Carlo, and the guy, man, he crushed my rear quarter, man. Man, he crushed it up pretty bad, man. And I was like, you know, if I'm gonna pay somebody to mess my car up, I'm pretty sure I can get out there and do it myself, you know. Yeah. But I ordered me a rear quarter. My wife got me a welding machine for my birthday. I bought me a helmet. I got out there and I got to work, man. I got to a point to when I had cut the fender out, I cut along the line. I did my research before I got out there and got to whacking on my car, but I got out there, I cut along the body line, I taped it off. I did the works, but when it was all said and done, I was really proud of myself, you know. Yeah. And I realized that, man, you know, with this car stuff, if you don't do it yourself, you're going to come up short a lot of time. You're going to either be short on your car or you're going to be short on money, one of the two. Yeah. But that's one thing that I have learned. So on here, I preach to a lot of people in the community, man. Try to do it yourself. I mean, the worst thing you can do is mess it up. Yeah. I mean, that's the worst that can happen. You can mess it up. And you already got to get it fixed anyway. So, I mean, there you go with that much. But, yeah, man, I really preach, you know, hands on, man. Get out there and do it. My brother, he work on his cars. A lot of us, we work on all our cars, man.
Yeah, you just have to get out there and learn it.
Just have to get out there and learn it, man. That's about the size of it. So you just do body work for the most part, paint and body?
Yeah, like restoration.
Right.
If you go on my Mariner's Paint and Body page.
Mariner's Paint and Body. I'll post the link in the description.
On Facebook, you can see like a 67 Camaro that I did on the rotisserie. Right. Had the guy come out and dustless blast the whole entire thing to all raw metal and just took it all the way to done. There was a 1970 GMC Jimmy, same thing. And that thing had rot in it, terrible bad. I had to replace all kind of panels on that thing. Right. But yeah, just restoration work and all over paint jobs. I don't do any collision work at all.
Right, I got you.
I really don't have time for the collision work because I'm constantly on stuff like this, or the Chevelle over here, or my old truck out there.
Or the Chevelle in there.
Yeah, or the Chevelle in the paint booth.
Right.
I mostly do older vehicles. I do occasionally get a newer one to paint. Right. But most of the time, it's older vehicles people want done.
Right, I got you. Let me ask you this question right here. What advice would you have for a person to say, I want to get off into the field of paint and body?
Find a shop that you need to decide which side of it you want to be on. Do you want to be on the paint side or do you want to be on the body shop side? Because most body shops today, unlike back in the day when I was coming along, it was combination shops. Right. You got the car in, you started on it, you fixed it, you painted it.
It's your project.
You sent it out the door. Nowadays, it goes to the body shop. They do all the body work on it. Send it to the paint shop. Paint shop primes it, blocks it, sands it, paints it, sends it out the door.
I got you.
So you have to decide which side you want to be on, what you want to learn.
Okay.
And see if you can get a job at a body shop as an apprentice.
Right. Gotcha. So let's talk products now.
Yeah.
Evercoat or U-Pole? Which would you say is the best product?
I use both. I don't have a problem with either one of them. I've never ran into an issue with either one of them.
What product, as far as filler. We're gonna stick pretty much filler goes. What filler would you say stay away from?
Bondo brand.
That's kind of what I was getting
sand
at.
concrete. You go sand concrete. You go messing with that stuff.
That's kind of what I was getting at, man. Cause man, a lot of people like starting off, man. That's like it was like Bondo, but as I talked to people who were more professional or who had been in the field longer, they were like, nah, man, use this or either use this right here, or use this right here. But it was always, nah, man, you don't want to use that Bondo stuff, man.
No, that was back in the day, old school stuff, and it hasn't changed. And you're literally like sanding concrete,
Right? Yeah.
Your Evercoat Rage,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Put a little money into your filler because
right.
You got fillers that they sand really nice, really easy, smooth, clean, and then you got fillers that just you're going to work yourself to death.
Clog, do them clog up the sand.
Yeah, you just going to work yourself to death.
I noticed, like, if I'm gonna take, like I said, I started out dealing with my first project that I ever tried to play with was I used Bondo, but once I really got more serious with it and was like, I really enjoy doing this, I stepped off into Evercoat, and that's pretty much all I use on my personal projects. Is Evercoat. Man, it sands a lot easier. It spread good. I like the way that it lay. I don't have a problem with pinholes too much. But I mean, that's a product that I always use.
Yeah, you use your glazing putty if you get any pinholes.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get to this part of the interview that we're going to call Motor Mouth, right?
Okay.
And what Motor Mouth is I'm going to ask you a question, and you got 5 seconds to answer the question.
Okay.
It's all in fun and game.
Okay.
All right. What car did Ford produce that is considered a pony car?
The pony cars, in my opinion, were all the Mustangs.
Gotcha. In 1962, Chevrolet introduced a car on the muscle car brand that was later transformed. They changed the name to Chevy blank. What car is that?
You had the Tempest, and then it converted over to the GTO.
Chevrolet.
Yeah, Chevrolet. Well, that was Pontiac. It was actually Pontiac. You had the Chevy 2, which became the Nova.
Yeah, Nova, Chevy 2.
Yeah.
That was the ounce I was looking for. Now,
I got a good story on one of them.
Let's hear your story. We're in the garage gossip. We're in the garage talking.
I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
And I went over to where my brother was living, and a lady living across the street had a little red and white Chevy 2 convertible sitting in the yard. And I went over and asked her, I said, "Ma'am, would you like to sell that car?" "No, it belonged to my husband. He's passed away, and I just don't want to get rid of it." I was like, "Okay, that's cool. I understand." Come back a while later, it was still sitting there, hadn't been moved at all. I asked her again. She said, "No, I don't think so." I said, "Okay." Come back a while later, a tree branch had fallen through the top of it, destroyed the convertible top, broke the windshield. And I went by, asked her again. "No, I don't think I do." A couple of weeks later, I came back up there and it was gone. I asked her, "Where's the car?" She goes, "Oh, I give it to my uncle and his boys." I said, "Okay, they're not going to do anything but destroy it. I know them boys." And they did. They trashed that car. Wow. And it was a sweet little car. It was perfect. And they trashed it. Wow. Oh my God. They trashed that car.
Wow. And I did go do my research on American Graffiti.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched clips of it. I didn't watch the whole movie. I did search on clips of it. I did a lot of little clips on it.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it seemed like a real fun movie.
It is.
And that's kind of one of the questions about like your dream car. If you could have any car. If you could have any car in the world and say, I got this car, I don't want no more, or I got this car, I get rid of all the other cars I got, what car would that be and why?
That's a hard question because there's so many cars out there that I love, totally love. The triple black Cuda that they only produced a few of them.
Right.
A certain year, man, that thing was gorgeous. I love that car. I love, and it's a foreign car, but the XKE Jaguar convertible. Oh my God!
What your model?
Anywhere
That's
from
like 60.
the late 60s, early 70s.
Right.
Any one of them.
I got you.
Any one of them. Especially if it's got the V12 in it.
Yeah.
Those were just beautiful. First time I ever saw one of them was in a movie when I was a little kid.
Right.
A white one. But just as the one that I would just absolutely have to have.
We got him thinking. I see smoke coming out his head.
The one that really got me started on cars would be Milner's Coupe.
Right, the yellow one.
The yellow Milner's Coupe, which after they made that movie, they tried to sell it for $1,500. This was back in the 70s.
Right.
Yeah. And nobody would bite on it. And a few years later, somebody actually bought the car and kept it and had it restored and everything. And from what I understand, he's still got the car. And people have offered him millions for it, and he won't let it go.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. In what year was Chevrolet founded?
I think somewhere around 1918 or something like that. I can't remember.
You're real close.
I can't remember.
Take one more guess.
17?
1911.
1911?
1911.
I knew it was early then. I just couldn't remember what year.
That was a good one.
I mean, I'm 60 years old. My brain don't work no more.
In 1968, Elliott Handler came up with a brand of toy cars in competition with Matchbox. What would that brand be?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels was in competition with Matchbox. Did you play with Hot Wheels growing up?
Yeah, I remember, back then we didn't have internet and all that stuff.
Right. Me either.
So we had toys, and we'd build little tracks out in the yard and the dirt and everything. And then my great grandmother who raised me, had new carpet put in the house. Inside the carpet is them big cardboard tubes. Man, them cars went through them tubes and jump ramps and all kinds of stuff, man. You put a Hot Wheels through one of them tubes at an angle, it's gone.
Yeah. This guy got a TikTok channel, and that's all he do is race Hot Wheel cars. Like, he got different tracks set up around his house. Man, he'll let them cars go, and like, they'd be different cars win here and now, but it's a good little channel to watch. It's a real good channel to watch. So you more of a Chevrolet man, Dodge, or you just it don't matter? I
prefer Chevrolets. Right. That's just what I've had the most luck with. What I like the most.
I gotcha. If you could, the cars that you have had in the past, if you could get either one of those cars back, which one would it be?
Either my '79 Camaro Z28. Or my '69 SS 396 Nova.
What color was the Camaro?
Blue.
Oh man, I like Camaros. I love Camaros.
In fact,
I was born in '81, and I say this a lot on this channel, but the Camaro is my most favorite car in the year that I was born. So I just feel like I have a connection to that car. But every time I see one, it's like, oh man. I love it. I love Camaros, G-bodies. I love them all, though. Oh, man, yeah. I see why you said that other car wasn't a Z28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, now, See how all of this is black in here?
Right.
Yeah, the Z28 is all black. All the other cars were silver.
And the hood makes a difference too.
Yeah, the hood scoop. You got the spoilers. You got the vent on the side. You got all that. And then in 80, they added a spoiler back here in front of the wheel. But 79 is my favorite.
Right.
But yeah, that was my car back in the day.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I got a guy interviewed a couple of weeks back, Landon Peters. His dad got a 79. I'm trying to get him on the channel. So, Landon, if you watch this interview, tell your dad I'm still waiting on him. But yeah, yeah, man, we do a lot of little events or whatever, man. I would love for you to come out sometime. Since the weather finna change, we got this thing we do called Chop It Up Saturday. We was doing it on Sunday. It was just me and a couple other guys, man. And we would just get together and just pretty much hang out, just kick it for a couple hours or whatever, just sit around and talk. But last year, we took and we made it to Saturday. And right there in Ellick City, you familiar with Ellick City? Between Wendy's and Arby's, that green field, we sit out there for a couple hours, man. We get everybody to come out, and we do Chop It Up Saturday. I would love for you to come out. Man, there'd be some people come out there, and we just sit out there and chill. We just pretty much chill and relax. What we was doing it pretty much for the whole car season, but it get days where it's like people don't want to show up because you don't have a lot of shade out there. But what we're going to do this year is we're going to run March, the 4th Saturday in March, the 4th Saturday in April, and the 4th Saturday in May. And we'll just do them 3 months right there. We'll do from 4 o'clock until it get dark. And man, it'd be real fun, man. We have a lot of fun with that little project. Like I said, this will be our 2nd year doing it on Saturday, but as with the club or whatever, man, we've been doing it for probably about 3 years now.
Yeah, just tag me in it because my plans right now is this one and that one in the booth is going to be gone from here soon. So this Chevelle will move over here to where this one is, so I can do all the body work on it and get it ready to paint. And in the evenings, I've got a bunch of parts and everything for my 71 C10 that I'm going to bring in and start getting all those prepped up and ready to go.
Right.
In fact, there's the AC dash hanging on the wall over there for my truck.
And the stuff that you showed me.
Yeah, all the stuff I got in the office in there and everything, my bedsides and everything. So I'm going to start working on it real hard so that I can get it painted real soon.
I got you.
I've had it 5-6 years and haven't touched it.
Right.
Other than doing the mechanical work to get it where it's at.
Man, how do you feel about where the car culture is now, as far as like, do you think we'll get any classic cars out of what's being built nowadays?
I don't know.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
You think those Mopars will carry on the test of time like the older cars did? I mean, just personal
I don't know, because there's just so many of them been built, and the only ones that would carry over would be the ones that came either with the superchargers or stuff like that.
Right. You just
like
don't say that.
Like your Camaros that came out with the superchargers and the supercharged Hemis and stuff that came out on the Challengers and Hellcats and stuff. They'll probably carry on.
I got you.
People will probably hang on to them for a long time and work with them and all, but just to average run-of-the-mill cars, I would say no.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong, because I'd never thought that people would be going crazy over the little Datsuns that we had back in the day and stuff.
Right.
But they loved them things and build them. They put a lot of money into them building those little cars. So, you never know what the culture might bring. It's just a matter of what people like.
How you feel about the electric jump?
Nah. I won't ever do electric. No. No.
Yeah, man, I just feel like, okay, I'm going to say with the Camaros, the way Chevrolet, they'll run it for a while and they'll stop. Like, I feel like that car got the potential to possibly have classic, because they always cut it off. Like, they'll go, 6-7 years without building the Camaro. They just discontinued the 6th gen. They discontinued the 4th gen back in 2002, and then drop another one till 2010.
Yeah, something like that. And
then they just discontinued the 6th gen. Don't know when they're gonna do another one. But I feel like maybe that car could possibly be one of the cars that's built of today's time that may have.
It could carry on especially the ones like the Hot Wheels edition that I did for a guy.
Yeah.
I painted for him. He brought it in. It was actually in really good shape, but had some dings and dents and stuff, and he wanted it freshened up. And I repainted it, and instead of the decals all over it, I painted all the stripes and everything on it. And he was real happy with that. So
let me ask you this question. What was one of the toughest jobs that you have ran across?
It'd probably have to be that GMC.
The GMC?
Mm-hmm.
What made it such a tough job?
Just all the metal that had to be replaced in it.
I got you.
That thing was horrible.
Right.
Give you an idea so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I be trying to find, pick people brains on the questions.
Well, actually, the easiest way to get to it, TikTok profile.
Okay.
Okay, now that's it done.
Right.
Wait for it to come around.
Yeah.
So you had to do the rockers in it, the boxes underneath it. Part of the bed had to come out and be redone. Both sides where the water comes down through your vent or in your cowl and everything was all tore up and everything. And you can see I had it on the rotisserie, had it blasted, and put it in primer, and then come back and I had to cut out whole sections of the wheel well and everything. That thing was, it was a challenge.
Gotcha.
It was a serious challenge. But yeah, that can be seen on TikTok on my page.
Yeah, I'll share that. Share your link to your pages, and anybody that want to see it, you can go to his page and check him out. Do you take in any work?
All the time.
Okay,
you can see my board right there.
I got you. So y'all look him up if you need some work done. Let him talk to you. I mean, I can't promote nobody's business. He promote his own business, but we will say Marriner's Paint and Body is open for business. He said he's taking customers.
Yes.
I have people that always ask me, man, you know a good paint, man? You know a good paint? I will say, I can vouch that he is a good paint and body man. He take no shortcuts. I haven't seen a shortcut taken since I've been here. Look him up. Mariner's Paint and Body here in Camp Hill, Alabama.
You can Google it and it'll come up.
Google it. That's how I found the way down here. I forgot the way down here. I went to Google. I typed in the name and it popped up. Look him up if you're looking for a great paint and body man. Look him up. And I sure appreciate your time, Mr. Marriner.
I appreciate you coming out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I said, man, we have events going on. I'll tag you in them and you can see them on my page or whatever.